What if the single most powerful tool you have for changing your entire life isn't something you have to go out and buy or learn or find? What if it's something you're already using every single second of every day? Today, we're going to dive deep into this incredible idea that our inner world, our thoughts, literally builds our outer world.
The source material for this whole thing really boils it all down to just one super powerful sentence. Your thoughts create your reality. Scientifically proven. I mean, it's so simple, so direct. And that little phrase in the parentheses, well, that makes a hugely bold claim that we absolutely have to investigate.
And that's really the big question, isn't it? Because if this is true, it suggests we're not just, passengers along for the ride in our own lives. It means we're the architects. It's saying that the reality we experience, all of it, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the tough stuff, it all starts from inside us. That's a massive idea. So let's explore it.
Okay, so let's break this down. If we're going to understand the whole statement, we have to look at the pieces, starting with the engine of this entire process, the thought itself. What do we actually mean when we say that word?
Right, so in this context, a thought is way more than just a fleeting idea like, I wonder what's for dinner. No, it's the whole mental operating system. It's this complex web of our beliefs, our ideas, and maybe most importantly, where we put our attention. All of these things combine to create the very filter through which we see the world.
And yeah, it gets even deeper. We're talking about your underlying beliefs about how the world works, the things you've believed for years. It's your daily focus, what you choose to zoom in on day in and day out. It's that internal monologue, the little narrator that's always talking in your head. And it's your core assumptions, the things you just accept as true without even questioning them. This whole package, that's the thought that's supposedly driving creation.
So we've kind of defined thought. Now let's look at the action word here, the verb, create. This word implies we're doing something, right? It's a shift from just being a passive observer of your life to becoming its main architect.
And this really leads us to two completely different mindsets. On one side, you've got the passive perspective. Things happen to me. This view kind of suggests you're just at the mercy of whatever comes your way. But on the other side, you've got the creator mindset, which is the whole foundation of this claim. I create what happens. This is the belief that you are the central creative force and things happen through you.
Okay, so thoughts are the blueprint and creation is the building process. But now we get to the part of the statement that raises the most eyebrows, that claim tucked away in the parentheses. This is what tries to take this from just a nice idea and turn it into a law of the universe, the claim of scientific proof.
So what's the deal with the scientific proof? Well, the source is making a bold connection to real science. For example, the whole concept of neuroplasticity shows that our brains physically change based on our repeated thoughts and experiences. The neural pathways you use the most actually get stronger. So in a very real way, by focusing your thoughts, you are literally rewiring your brain to see reality in a specific way.
And the source presents this link not as a maybe, but as an established fact. Now, while ideas like neuroplasticity don't mean you can just think a car into your driveway, they do offer a scientific basis for how our internal focus can radically shape our experience of reality. The proof seems to be in how our perception gets built, not in some kind of magic. So let's put all these pieces together. How does this kind of abstract idea become a practical blueprint that you can actually use to build your reality?
Well, it really boils down to a pretty simple three-step framework. First, you just observe your thoughts. You become aware of that internal monologue, your beliefs, your assumptions. Step 2, you consciously choose your focus. You decide what gets your energy and attention. And third, according to this whole philosophy, that chosen focus becomes the literal raw material you use to build the reality you experience.
And really, that's the powerful question this whole idea leaves us with. It kind of shifts all the responsibility right back onto our own shoulders and invites us to look inward, to find the source code of our own lives. If our thoughts really are the architects, then the magnificent or messy or just plain mundane reality we experience is our own creation. So the only real question left is, what are you building?